Hey guys, it's a wonderful fall day here in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, it's about in the mid to upper 80s. Wonderful day. I'm able to leave my windows open during the day. It gets down to about 60 at night, and it's only getting better from here. Soon we'll be in the 70s, 60s, and 70s here for the fall, winter, and spring. And it's just a wonderful time of the year. Some people would say it's paradise here, um, for this time of year. Um, my favorite part of the year, really. Um, so, um, I've been pretty busy, honestly. I've had to change my work schedule around to where I work Monday through Friday at certain times between 8 a.m. till like 9 p.m. But I ride the bus every day for the most part, depending on when I work. And I love it. It's fine. It gets me relaxed for work, it lets me unwind from work. Um, when I come home on the bus, it's just been kind of an adjustment for me because I'm doing a lot more walking. I'm doing a lot um, more days in a row, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with working 3, 4, or 5 days in a row, sometimes depending on the week. But it's been an adjustment for my body. Now I have 3 days off now, so it's kind of a nice break to where I can just chill out and kind of recuperate my legs. My legs get really tired working that long in a row, and when you're disabled and wearing a device on your leg that helps you walk better, helps me walk on my heel better, it's a little bit tiring. So I'm using these 3 days to, you know, be at home. I gotta do some car repairs tomorrow for my wife, so I have to take her to work, and then drop the car off at the shop, and then come back home and then go pick her up when she's done. But besides that, obviously, keep the house picked up, cook and clean, and all that stuff. Um, I'm kind of the housewife of this family because I have to be because I work part time and my wife works full time, and that's just unfortunately the way it has to be with me being disabled. I gotta pick up the slack when I'm not working because I do work part time. So um, it's yeah, not really sure what to say. I'm kind of just going through my thoughts right now, and I'm I've been struggling with a lot of things lately in my head. Um, More recently, it's been my personality I've been struggling with. So I'm a dry humor kind of guy. I don't tell dirty jokes, and I don't tell inappropriate jokes. I don't joke around with people inappropriately. I'm a dry humor kind of guy. And when I joke around with people, I know some people probably find me annoying sometimes because I probably would if I were them. And that gets to me sometimes. Like, I'll be telling a joke, or I'll be, kind of, you know, joking around with people in general or whatever. And the way they respond to it, I can't tell if they found it funny or they thought it was kind of dumb, or they just are just kind of put off by it. But it makes me go into this shell. And I know not everyone is like that because there's a lot of people I think that, you know, have a good time when I talk to them and stuff. But I go into this shell like maybe I should just shut up. Maybe I should just like go back to the way I was and not kind of be who I have become, which is a fun and outgoing person and likes to talk a lot. And what I mean by talk a lot, I don't mean like never stop talking, but like I almost feel like I don't know. I feel almost feel like I find myself annoying sometimes, or I feel like I'm annoying people sometimes, and I get in my head for a while, and I kind of shut down. And I know I probably shouldn't do that because half of it's probably in my head, and probably the other half isn't necessarily in my head. But I remind myself that you're not going to click with everyone, and I get that. But it's something that I catch myself doing a lot, where I just am. I joke around a lot, you know, not like 24/7 by any means, but um, it's just one of those things where I let my personality come out, and that's kind of who I am, and that's good. You shouldn't, you know, keep yourself bottled up, but um, a lot of the things that I find funny, and you know, me and my wife joke around all the time, and we have the same kind of personality, so you know, she doesn't mind it obviously, but people on the outside sometimes do or don't, and I think I maybe sometimes do it too much. I don't know. I don't know really what I'm trying to get at, but I just I'm my personality is a lot different from my family's. My dad doesn't really joke around too much. My brother, he does, but he's not the same kind of jokester as I am. The best way I can put it is like my personality, I feel like, is a lot more like my grandpa. He has a lot of dry humor, and he you know, he's humorous, and I'm humorous, and I feel like I took that after my grandpa a lot. My mom likes to, you know, be humorous too sometimes, and she jokes around with her friends and stuff like that, just kind of like I do. But um, I really feel like I got from my grandpa more because no one else in my family really jokes around a lot. My dad, not really. In fact, it's hard to joke around with him, but you know, it's you know, it is what it is, you know, and I get in my head a little too much sometimes. So, um, but other than that, I've been doing well. You know, I'm I'm trying to um just stay even keel, if that makes sense. Um, my wife wanted me to see if I could grow my hair back. And I am. It looks really weird right now because I'm in that awkward phase right now. But um, I'm gonna try it out again. I've been using this different shampoo, so hopefully that's going to work a little bit better. Um, seems to be okay. There's not tons of dandruff. Seems to be working all right. So we'll go from there. But um, it's just been a long, um, long last month or so, just trying to adjust to this new schedule I'm kind of on. So I don't know. Um, I don't know if you guys know or not, but I'm a big football fan, and my team, the Bucks, are 5-1, so that's kind of cool. Um, I don't know. I don't have really a lot to say. I thought I did. Now I'm here, and I'm like, don't know what I want to say. So, um, I had a real good time with a friend this past week. On Saturday, we went and saw Lamb, and that was great. I loved that movie. Which, speaking of which, I need to write my review for that. Um, that was a great film. It's not a crowd pleaser, so not everyone's gonna like it. In fact, I think that people are going to love this movie or probably hate it. I wouldn't use the word hate, but that's what people are probably gonna say. Um, it's one of those movies that are just it's a weird movie, but I really like it a lot. So, and that's all that matters. This coming week, I'm also excited. In about 5 days on Friday, gonna go see Dune with another friend, with the wife and his wife as well. So, I am totally excited for that. Dune has been one of those movies I've been looking forward to, even though I haven't read the book up until last week. I'm around chapter 8. I don't think I'm going to get all the way through it, but because I'm listening to it through the eyes of a couple YouTubers that are kind of reading it and discussing it. So it's really a fascinating story, but I just it's going to be very hard for me to get through it. But at least I got the synopsis of it and the idea of what's going on. So when I start watching it, I can follow it pretty easily when I go see it on Friday. So yeah, looking forward to that. Gonna start taking more videos outside again. I've been doing quite a few indoor videos, but I I'm really wanting to get back outside again and do more videos when we go hiking and when we go out and about. Which it's getting cooler out now, so we can do that now. Um, but yeah. So if about a month ago, right after I probably made my last video, um, we took our dog outside. We had to take a ride somewhere with the dog. I think we probably went and I don't know what we did, but we had to go somewhere. So we live in an apartment complex, and um, I sat I sat the leash down in the grass while I was still connected to her, and as she was walking towards our door, we walked past another apartment unit door, and she got spooked. Well, as she got spooked, this never happens, by the way, but when she gets startled, she'll usually bark. That's fine. Whatever. This time, which has never happened, one of the people walked out of their apartment and she started tugging on her pant leg. And in the process of tugging on that pant leg, Liz caught her leg or her ankle, and I was super mad at our dog. That's never happened before. Obviously, the husband was very upset, and I would be too. I have no problems or any qualms about him being upset that that happened, because she did bleed. It was like a nick. It wasn't anything crazy, but I'm very thankful because they could have pressed charges, and they didn't. Um, Me and the wife were kind of in tears a little bit, especially my wife, because we weren't sure what was going to happen with the dog. Were they going to press charges? I talked to them, the husband, for quite a bit. Just saying that this is never going to happen again. I'm going to get a muzzle for her when we're around the units. Um, this is never going to happen again. This is unacceptable. Um, I was I was upset because I didn't want to lose my dog, but at the same time, I understood where they were coming from because that is unacceptable. There's no excuse for our dog to ever accidentally bite anyone. And again, it wasn't like she did it on purpose, but she gets startled and she usually just barks and then just keeps walking. But this time, we've had her for 2 years now. That's never ever happened. And from now on, when I take her outside, especially when I'm walking around the units per se, I have that muzzle on her. If she is, um, if she is out in the grassy area or open, I'll take it off of her. But because she's very friendly with people, it's not like she's tries to go after anyone. She just barks, and then when the people get close to her, they she lets people pet her just fine. But it is what it is, and I make sure that uh, I always now keep her tied on on the leash. And part of it is my fault. I did let the leash go when we were walking down the corridor to our apartment, but it was just a, it was just a, it was like a fluke thing, and it just goes to show you that it doesn't matter what dog you have, whether how trained you think your dog is, it can happen to anyone. And especially when you're in a apartment complex, you have to be on your A game when it comes to keeping your dog close by you and keeping your dog leashed, which mine was. I just let go of it because I thought, you know, just thought it would be fine, and it wasn't. So I've obviously learned my lesson, and I'm also very thankful there was no charges pressed because, to be quite honest, they could have asked. They could have. It was fair for them to ask, especially if something, if that was their child that was coming out the door. Man, I don't blame them at all. Let me just put that perfectly clear. They had every right to be mad. Particularly the husband, he was more vocal about it than anyone. But they had every right to act the way that they did. And I'm just thankful that they didn't press charges, and that we still have Liz. Which, speaking of which, I can kind of introduce people to her. I know some of you guys on YouTube, whoever watches on YouTube, have seen her before, but vlogger heads have not. Yeah, come on, Liz. There we go. And no, she's not a demon dog. That's just the light in her eyes. But yeah, she accidentally she accidentally nipped at someone's leg, and I'm thankful. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on with me. I know it's kind of just another just kind of rant, but you know, that's why I like vlogger heads and my vlogging thing I do, because I'm able just to talk freely and, openly for the most part. It's not something I don't have to hide behind anything or please anyone, or because that's not who I am. You have to be yourself. You have to be able to um, speak your mind, you know. Um, I think I said this in my last video that this is a great way to it's a great therapy, especially when you have a lot on your mind and you just need to chat. And instead of talking to myself, or try talking to yourself, I can talk to different people with similar experiences, similar. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Similar situations I've been in, and the walk through life I'm in right now. Maybe someone is in that similar part of their life as well, and it's just for as long as I've done this, it's crazy that people are still doing it after all the time, because the internet has changed, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm going to get going, though. I'll probably be back again soon. I have a couple more days off besides this one. May do another video outside, just to kind of get some fresh air. And, this camera is not the best camera for being inside, but I've just been resting. And I exercise outside every day. I go for walks when I'm not at work, because I walk a lot at work, being on my feet all the time. So, with that being said, I'll be back eventually. If you're still watching, thanks. Because I know this can be boring to some of you. But thanks for watching and thanks for listening as always. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.